Be me, 22-year-old Feminon, who thinks she's some kind of relationship genius. Meet this guy at college. Let's call him Anon. He's actually pretty cool and seems genuinely interested in me. He texts me good morning every day, asks about my classes, remembers little things I mention, actually listens when I talk about my day. My friends keep telling me I need to play hard to get, or he'll think I'm desperate. Don't reply too fast, they say. Make him work for it, they say. Men only want what they can't have, they say. I decide to follow their stupid advice because apparently I have the brain capacity of a goldfish. Start taking hours to reply to his texts, even though I'm literally staring at my phone the whole time. He sends me a funny meme. I wait 3 hours to send back LOL and nothing else. He asks if I want to grab coffee. I say I'm busy, even though my only plans are rewatching The Office for the millionth time. See him at a party. He comes over to talk to me all excited. I act bored and distracted, keep looking at my phone, give short answers. He mentions this new restaurant that opened up, says we should try it sometime. I just shrug and say maybe, then walk away to talk to my friends. My roommate Sarah sees the whole thing and pulls me aside. "Why are you being so cold to him? He's literally perfect for you," she says. I explain my brilliant strategy of making him chase me so he values me more. She looks at me like I just said the earth is flat. "That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You're gonna lose him," she warns me. I brush her off because clearly I know better than everyone else. Weeks go by, I keep up the act, responding less and less, acting more and more disinterested. He still tries though, sends me songs he thinks I'd like, asks about my family, shares memes about my favorite shows. I respond with one-word answers or just emojis. One day he asks if I want to go to this concert we both talked about months ago. I say I'll let him know but never actually give him an answer. He follows up twice. I ignore both messages. Fast forward 2 weeks, I'm at the library studying for midterms. This girl I vaguely know from psychology class, let's call her Melissa, sits down next to me. She's always been friendly, but we've never really hung out one-on-one. "Hey, how have you been? I feel like I never see you anymore," she says with this big smile. We chat for a bit. She mentions she's struggling with the psych material. I offer to help her study, since I'm doing pretty well in that class. We exchange numbers and plan to meet up later that week. During our study session, she keeps asking me about my life, my hobbies, what I do for fun. Mentions she's trying to expand her social circle and wants to hang out more. I'm honestly just happy to make a new friend since most of mine are being weird about the whole Anon situation. She asks if I'm seeing anyone. I tell her about how I'm kind of talking to this guy, but playing it cool. "Oh, that's smart. Guys need to earn your attention," she says, validating my stupid strategy. We start hanging out more, getting lunch between classes, studying together, going to parties. She's actually really fun and easy to talk to, seems genuinely interested in being friends. One day she mentions she's having money troubles, can't afford her textbooks for next semester. I offer to lend her some money. She's super grateful and promises to pay me back in a month. Give her $200. She hugs me and says I'm such a good friend. Meanwhile, Anon's texts are getting less frequent. Used to get good morning texts every day, now it's maybe twice a week. He used to send me random stuff throughout the day, now nothing. Part of me is panicking, but my pride won't let me reach out first. I convince myself this is all part of the plan. He's supposed to try harder, not give up. See him at another party a few weeks later. He's talking to some other girls, actually laughing and having fun. Feel this weird jealous feeling in my chest, but I push it down. He sees me, gives me a small wave and a polite smile, then goes back to his conversation. Wait for him to come over and talk to me like he usually does. He doesn't. The whole night passes and he doesn't approach me once. I'm standing there like an idiot, waiting for him to notice me. Finally swallow my pride and walk over to where he's standing with his friends. "Hey stranger, haven't heard from you in a while," I say, trying to sound casual. He turns to me with this neutral expression that makes my stomach drop. "Oh hey, yeah, I've been pretty busy with classes and stuff," he says. There's this awkward silence where I'm waiting for him to say more. He doesn't, just stands there looking at me expectantly. His friend starts talking about some video game, and Anon turns his attention away from me. I stand there for a second, feeling completely invisible, then walk away. What the hell just happened? Where's the guy who used to light up when he saw me? Spend the rest of the party watching him from across the room. He seems perfectly fine, not even glancing in my direction. Text Sarah later that night, freaking out. "I think I messed up. He's acting so different now," I tell her. "I literally warned you this would happen. What did you expect?" she replies. She's right, but I'm too stubborn to admit it. Decide I need to fix this. Maybe show him I'm actually interested. Send him a text the next day asking how he's been. He responds 6 hours later with, "Good, you?" My own medicine tastes bitter, apparently. Try to start a conversation about that restaurant he mentioned weeks ago. He just says, "Oh yeah, that place is cool. Went there last weekend, actually." He went without me? My heart sinks. Ask who he went with, trying not to sound jealous. "Just some friends. It was chill," he says. The conversation dies after that. Over the next few weeks, I try reaching out more, but his responses are polite and distant. It's like talking to a friendly acquaintance, not someone who used to send me paragraphs about his day. Meanwhile, Melissa asks to borrow more money, says she had unexpected car repairs. I'm hesitant, but she's been such a good friend lately and I don't want to seem cheap. Lend her $300 this time. She promises to pay back everything by the end of the month. She starts inviting me to more expensive places, nice restaurants, bars with cover charges. Always says she'll pay me back for her share later since she's broke right now. I'm spending so much money on these outings, but I don't want to lose another friend. One night we're at a bar and I see Anand walk in with a group of people. My heart literally skips a beat. I haven't seen him in weeks. He looks good, like really good. Did he get a haircut? Melissa notices me staring and asks who he is. I tell her that's the guy I was talking to, the one I was playing hard to get with. Her eyes light up in this weird way that makes me uncomfortable. "Oh, him? I've seen him around campus. He's cute," she says. Feel a pang of jealousy, but I brush it off. She keeps glancing over at him throughout the night. At some point, she excuses herself to go to the bathroom. I'm on my phone when I look up and see her talking to Anand at the bar. They're laughing about something. She touches his arm. He smiles. My stomach twists into knots. She comes back to our table acting normal. Doesn't mention talking to him. "Who was that?" I ask, trying to sound casual. "Oh, just some guy asking about the specials. Why?" she says innocently. I saw them talking for way longer than that, but I don't press it. The night ends and we go home. I can't stop thinking about them talking. Over the next week, Melissa starts mentioning Anand in conversation randomly. "I saw that guy from the bar in the student center today," or "Doesn't he have Professor Martinez for economics?" It feels intentional, but I tell myself I'm being paranoid. She asks if I'm still interested in him, or if she could shoot her shot. My brain screams no, but my mouth says, we're not really talking anymore, so I guess do what you want. Biggest mistake of my life. Within a week, they're apparently hanging out. I see them together on campus. She's doing that same touchy thing she did at the bar. He seems receptive to it, smiling and engaging with her. I feel like I'm going to throw up every time I see them. Sarah finds out and immediately confronts me. "Your friend is dating the guy you were stringing along, and you're just okay with that?" She's furious. I try to explain that I told her it was fine, that I messed things up myself. "She knew you liked him. She asked to borrow money from you constantly. She's using you," Sarah yells. Start thinking about all the money I've lent Melissa. It's been almost 2 months and she hasn't paid back a cent. Every time I bring it up, she has some new excuse about why she can't pay me back yet. Total is up to $800 now. She borrowed another $300 last week for her share of rent, she claimed. Confront her about the money? She gets defensive. "I thought we were friends. Why are you being so pushy about this? I'll pay you back when I can," she snaps. Notice she's wearing new clothes, designer bag, fresh manicure, but supposedly can't pay me back? Ask her about it, and she says they were gifts. Start feeling like the world's biggest idiot. See Anand alone at the coffee shop on campus one day. Gather all my courage and sit down across from him. "Hey, can we talk?" I ask nervously. He looks surprised but nods. I apologize for how I acted, explain that I was following bad advice and playing games. Tell him I actually really liked him, and I'm sorry I didn't show it. He listens quietly, expression unreadable. When I finish, he's silent for a moment. "I appreciate the apology, but honestly I've moved on," he says gently but firmly. "I spent weeks trying to get your attention, trying to show you I cared, and you made me feel like an annoyance. I'm not going to put myself through that again. I learned my lesson about chasing people who don't want to be chased." His words hit me like a truck. Ask about him and Melissa, can't help myself. "We've hung out a few times, she's cool, we'll see where it goes," he says with a shrug. He's giving her the chance I threw away. We part ways and I sit in my car crying for 20 minutes. Realize I destroyed something good because I listened to terrible advice and let my ego get in the way. The guy who would have done anything for me now barely acknowledges my existence. Text Melissa asking when she plans to pay me back. Need at least some of the money. She reads it and doesn't respond. Message her again the next day, still nothing. Finally see to her on campus and try to talk to her in person. She acts annoyed that I'm bringing it up again. Look, I'm going through a lot right now. I'll get you the money eventually. Just stop harassing me about it, she says loudly. People around us turn to look, making me seem like the bad guy. Walk away humiliated and angry. Sarah helps me piece together that Melissa has been playing both of us. She saw an opportunity with me being dumb about Anon and swooped in, borrowed money from me she never intended to pay back, positioned herself to get close to him while keeping me around as an ATM. Feel like the world's biggest fool. Unfriend her on everything, block her number, cut her off completely. She doesn't even try to reach out or apologize. The money is just gone, $800 down the drain. Anon is fully moved on, barely looks at me when we pass on campus. Lost both a potential relationship and a bunch of money because I played stupid games. Sarah tells me I won stupid prizes, lie in bed at night, replaying every moment I could have done differently. Every text I could have responded to genuinely. Every invitation I could have accepted, every smile I could have given him instead of acting bored. My face when I realized I played hard to get and got played harder. My face when the nice guy who actually cared about me walked away and found someone else. My face when my friend scammed me out of hundreds of dollars while stealing my almost boyfriend. My face when I have no one to blame but myself and my own stupid pride. That feeling when you learn that playing games and dating only makes you lose. That feeling when you realize authentic connection beats manipulation every single time. That feeling when you're lying alone at night, knowing you rejected someone who genuinely cared. That feeling when you understand too late that some people only get one chance and I wasted mine. Be me, 23-year-old guy who actually believes in treating women with respect. Meet this girl in college, let's call her Feminon. She's smart, funny, into the same weird shows I like. We click instantly. Spend hours talking after class about everything from philosophy to which Pokemon starter is objectively the best. She laughs at my stupid jokes, actually listens when I talk about my day, seems genuinely interested in getting to know me. Start texting her every morning, sending her memes I think she'd like, asking about her classes. She responds pretty well at first. We're having good conversations. After a few weeks, something changes. Her responses start taking longer and longer, going from minutes to hours to sometimes half a day. My texts that used to get paragraph responses now get LOL or just an emoji. Ask her if she wants to grab coffee. She says she's busy, but doesn't suggest another time. See her at a party, walk over all excited to talk to her. She barely looks at me, keeps checking her phone, gives me one-word answers. Mention this new restaurant that opened up, say we should try it. She just shrugs and says maybe, then walks away mid-conversation. Stand there feeling like I just got dismissed by a teacher. My roommate Jake sees the whole thing. Dude, why are you chasing someone who clearly doesn't care? He asks. I explain that maybe she's just having a bad day, maybe she's stressed with school. He looks at me like I'm delusional. Bro, she's not interested, move on before you embarrass yourself further, he says. But I'm stubborn and stupid, so I keep trying. Send her songs I think she'd like based on stuff she mentioned. She responds with a thumbs up emoji, nothing else. Ask about her family after she mentioned her sister was sick. She says she's fine, and that's it. Share memes about her favorite shows, the ones we used to bond over. Sometimes she doesn't even respond at all. Remember that concert we both talked about months ago? Her favorite band is coming to town. Buy 2 tickets before they sell out. Ask if she wants to go. She says she'll let me know. Wait 3 days. No response. Follow up, asking if she checked her schedule. Nothing. Follow up again a week later because I'm apparently a glutton for punishment. Still nothing. End up selling both tickets at a loss because the concert is in 2 days. Jake throws a pizza at my head. What the hell was that for? I ask. For being a pathetic simp who can't take a hint, he yells. He's right, but it hurts to admit. Decide I need to respect myself more and stop chasing someone who won't even give me basic human decency. Stop sending good morning texts. Stop sharing random stuff throughout the day. Stop asking her to hang out. If she wants to talk to me, she can reach out. First few days are hard, keep picking up my phone to text her, then putting it back down. But then it gets easier. Start focusing on myself, hitting the gym more, actually doing my assignments on time instead of procrastinating. Join a study group for my economics class, meet some cool people. Start going to parties with Jake and his friends instead of scanning the room for her. actually having fun for the first time in weeks. See Feminine at another party a few weeks later. She's standing with her friends, looking at her phone. Feel that familiar pull to go talk to her, but I squash it down, give her a small wave and a polite smile, then go back to the conversation I was having. I'm talking to these girls from my study group about our professor's ridiculous accent. We're laughing and joking around. I'm not even thinking about Feminine anymore. Suddenly she walks over to where we're standing. "Hey stranger, haven't heard from you in a while," she says. The audacity of this girl to act like I'm the one who went silent. Turn to her with the most neutral expression I can muster. "Oh hey, yeah, I've been pretty busy with classes and stuff," I say. Wait for her to say something else. She just stands there. My friend Marcus starts talking about the new Elden Ring DLC, and I turn my attention to him. Can feel her standing there for another minute before she walks away. Jake elbows me in the ribs. "Holy shit, dude, you actually did it. You didn't chase her." He's proud like I'm a puppy who finally learned to sit. Feel weirdly empowered like I finally have control over my own dignity. She texts me the next day asking how I've been. 6 hours later, I respond with, "Good, you?" She tries to start a conversation about that restaurant I mentioned ages ago. "Oh yeah, that place is cool. Went there last weekend, actually," I reply. "Went with Jake and some friends after I stopped waiting for her to exist in my life." She asks who I went with, can tell she's fishing. "Just some friends. It was chill." I keep it brief. Conversation dies and I don't revive it. Over the next few weeks, she reaches out more, but I keep my distance. Respond politely, but don't engage beyond surface level. I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just protecting my peace. She had months to show me she cared and she chose not to. I'm not about to jump back into that cycle. One day I'm at the campus bar with some friends. We're playing pool and drinking cheap beer, having a good time. This girl from one of the parties approaches me at the bar. Recognize her as Feminine's friend, think her name is Melissa or something. "Hey, you're in Professor Martinez's econ class, right?" she asks with a big smile. Actually, I'm not, but I don't correct her. We chat for a bit. She's friendly and engaging, asks about my major, my hobbies. She laughs at my jokes, maintains eye contact, actually seems interested. It's refreshing after months of feeling like I was annoying someone. We exchange numbers. She suggests we should hang out sometime. Don't think much of it, just seems like friendly conversation. A few days later, she texts me asking if I want to grab lunch. Figure why not, she seems cool and I could use more friends. We meet at this sandwich place near campus. She's asking me all these questions about myself, what I want to do after graduation, my family, my interests. Mentions she's been trying to meet new people since most of her friends are busy with their boyfriends. I tell her about how I was talking to someone, but it didn't work out. Her loss, honestly, you seem like a great guy, she says. Feels good to hear after spending months feeling inadequate. We start hanging out more. She invites me to parties, study sessions, movie nights. She's tactile, touches my arm when she laughs, sits close to me, plays with her hair. I'm not oblivious. I can tell she's interested. Part of me is hesitant because I'm pretty sure she's friends with Feminine. But then I remember Feminine made it crystal clear she wasn't interested in me. I don't owe her anything. Jake is suspicious immediately. "Isn't that the friend of the girl who ghosted you?" he asks. Tell him they're not that close. Barely friends, really. "Dude, this feels like a trap. Something's off about this," he warns. I ignore him because Melissa's actually nice to me and I'm tired of overthinking everything. We go on what feels like a date, dinner, and a movie. She insists on splitting the bill, says she believes in equality. Respect that. Seems like she has her head on straight. After the movie, we're walking back to campus and she brings up Feminine. "So I heard you and my friend used to talk. What happened there?" she asks casually. I give her the short version. I was interested, she wasn't. End of story. "That's so weird because she mentioned you the other day, said she missed talking to you," Melissa says. My heart does this stupid flutter thing that I immediately hate myself for. "Well, she knows where to find me if she wants to talk," I say, trying to sound indifferent. Melissa nods and changes the subject. Over the next couple weeks, Melissa keeps mentioning Feminine in conversation. "She asked about you today," or "She seemed sad when I mentioned I saw you." It's messing with my head because part of me still cares about Feminine despite everything. But I'm also developing feelings for Melissa. She's been nothing but sweet and attentive. One night we're at her apartment watching a movie. She cuddles up next to me on the couch, rests her head on my shoulder. Feels nice to be wanted, to not have to guess if someone's interested. She looks up at me with these big eyes and we kiss. It's good. She's enthusiastic and present, not distracted or distant. We start officially dating after that. Jake is still skeptical, but keeps his opinions to himself mostly. Melissa starts asking to borrow money pretty quickly into our relationship. First, it's $50 for textbooks, then $100 for car repairs. She always promises to pay me back, calls me her hero for helping her out. I'm a sucker for being needed, so I keep lending her money. Within a month, I've lent her around $400. Every time I bring up paying me back, she gets emotional. I thought, "You cared about me. Why are you being so transactional about this?" she'll say with tears in her eyes. Feel like an asshole for even asking, so I drop it. She wants to go to expensive restaurants, fancy bars, concerts, always says she'll get to the next one, but next one never comes. I'm bleeding money, but I don't want to seem cheap or uncaring. My savings account is looking pathetic. Jake finally sits me down for an intervention. "Dude, she's using you, can't you see that?" he says seriously. I defend her, say relationships require investment. She's going through a tough time financially. "Bro, she just posted on Instagram wearing a $300 jacket. Where'd she get money for that?" He shows me her post. My stomach drops, but I make excuses. Maybe it was a gift. Maybe she saved up. See Feminine on campus one day. First time we've been alone in months. She sits down across from me at the coffee shop, asks if we can talk. She apologizes for how she acted, says she was playing games and following bad advice. Tells me she actually really liked me, and she's sorry she didn't show it. Hearing this months ago would have made me the happiest guy alive. Now it just makes me tired. I appreciate the apology, but honestly, I've moved on, I tell her. Explain that I spent weeks trying to get her attention, and she made me feel like an annoyance. I'm not going to put myself through that again. I learned my lesson about chasing people who don't want to be chased. Can see the hurt in her eyes, but I have to stand firm. She asks about me and Melissa. We've hung out a few times, she's cool, we'll see where it goes, I say, downplaying it, because I don't want to hurt her more. We part ways, and I feel this weird mix of closure and sadness. That night, Melissa is extra affectionate, says she heard I talked to Feminine. "I'm glad you stood your ground. You deserve better than someone who plays games," she says. Asks to borrow another $200 for her rent, says her roommate bailed on her share. I'm hesitant, but she starts crying about how stressed she is. Give her the money. She kisses me and says I'm the best boyfriend ever. Total money lent is now at $600. Few weeks pass. Melissa is acting weird, distant. She's always on her phone, cancels plans last minute, seems distracted when we're together. Ask her if everything's okay. She snaps at me. "Why are you always questioning me? Do you not trust me?" she says defensively. Apologize even though I didn't do anything wrong. Jake corners me after class one day, looking furious. "I need to show you something, but you're not going to like it," he says. Pulls out his phone and shows me screenshots from a group chat. Apparently, Melissa has been talking shit about both me and Feminine to mutual friends. "Anon is so easy to manipulate, he'll give me money for anything if I cry a little," one message reads. "Feminine is such a dumbass, can't believe she actually thought we were friends. Easiest 800 I ever made," another says. Feel like I've been punched in the stomach. There's more, she's been bragging about playing us both, getting money from Feminine while dating me. She specifically targeted me because she knew I was vulnerable after being rejected. Saw an opportunity and took it. I feel sick, actually might throw up. "Where did you get these?" I asked Jake. Turns out one of the girls in the group chat felt bad and sent him the screenshots. Confront Melissa that night, show her the screenshots. She tries to deny it at first, says they're fake, that someone's trying to break us up. I don't buy it. The writing style, the details, it's clearly her. She switches tactics, starts crying, saying she did care about me but was going through stuff. "What about all the money? What about Feminine?" I ask. She gets angry, says Feminine deserved it for being a bad friend. "And you were so desperate for attention after she rejected you. What did you expect?" she says cruelly. There it is, the truth finally coming out. Tell her we're done. I want my money back. She laughs in my face. "Good luck with that. I don't owe you shit. Those were gifts," she says. "You said they were loans. You promised to pay me back." I'm trying not to yell. "Prove it." "Oh wait, you can't because you were too trusting to get anything in writing," she smirks. She's right. I have no proof, just text messages that could be interpreted either way. Storm out of her apartment feeling like the world's biggest idiot. Jake is waiting in the car, drives me home while I stare out the window in silence. Lost $600 to someone who was playing me from day one. Spend the next few days in a depression hole, skipping classes, ignoring texts. Finally drag myself to class a week later. See Feminine in the hallway looking upset. We make eye contact and there's this mutual understanding. We both got played by the same person. She walks over to me hesitantly. "Can we talk?" she asks quietly. We go to an empty classroom and just sit there for a minute. "Melissa scammed me out of $800, she says finally. $600 for me, I reply. We compare notes, realize she was playing us against each other the whole time. She befriended Feminon, borrowed money she never intended to pay back, saw that Feminon was pushing me away and swooped in, got money from both of us while probably laughing behind our backs. "I'm so sorry," Feminon says, tears running down her face. "For what?" I ask. "For being so stupid with you, for playing games. If I hadn't pushed you away, none of this would have happened. I'm sorry too. I should have been smarter, should have seen through her manipulation," I say. We sit there in shared misery, two people who could have had something real if we hadn't been so dumb. "What do we do now?" she asks. "We learn from it, I guess," I say. We file reports with campus security about Melissa scamming students. Turns out we're not the only ones. She's pulled this shit on at least 4 other people. Campus starts an investigation, but who knows? If anything will come of it. The money is probably gone forever, spent on clothes and nights out. Feminon and I start talking more, actually being honest this time. No games, no manipulation, just 2 people trying to figure things out. It's not romantic, too much damage has been done for that, but we're rebuilding a friendship based on actually communicating. Jake approves of this development. "Finally, you're both acting like adults with functioning brains," he says. Months pass, we never get our money back from Melissa. She drops out of school suddenly, deletes all her social media, just disappears. Probably moved on to her next set of victims. Feminon and I are good friends now. We study together, grab food, actually talk about real stuff. Sometimes I wonder what could have been if we'd both been honest from the start. But I also learned valuable lessons about self-respect and recognizing manipulation. Stopped being so desperate for validation that I ignore red flags. Stopped lending people money without clear terms. Stopped chasing people who don't value me. Feminon learned to stop playing games and be authentic. Learned that manipulation tactics only attract manipulative people. Learned that good people will walk away if you don't treat them right. We're both better people for the experience, even if it cost us money and pride. Jake throws a party to celebrate us finally growing the fuck up, as he puts it. At the party, someone asks if Feminon and I are dating. We both laugh and say no, we're just friends. And honestly, that's enough. Having someone who understands what you went through, someone who knows your worst mistakes and still wants to be in your life, someone who learned the same painful lessons at the same time. A few months later, I'm at a coffee shop studying for finals. A girl asks if she can share my table since everywhere else is full. She's cute, seems genuine. We start chatting. She asks for my number and I give it to her. This time I'll take it slow, watch for red flags, actually value myself. Text Feminon about it later. She's happy for me. She's seeing someone too, a guy from her art class who apparently treats her well. We both found peace in our own ways. Still think about that $600 sometimes though, that hurts. Jake says I should think of it as paying for a life lesson. Expensive ass lesson, but he's not wrong. Run into Melissa's roommate at a bar months later. She pulls me aside, looks uncomfortable. "I'm sorry about what Melissa did. I didn't know she was scamming people until it was too late," she says. Tells me Melissa was bragging about her system for getting money from people. Would befriend someone, establish trust, then slowly drain them financially. She'd done it at her previous school too, apparently got kicked out for it. Her roommate had no idea until she tried to do it to her. Feel vindicated knowing it wasn't just me being stupid. She was a professional con artist. But also feel angry that she's out. They're probably doing this to other people. Campus investigation went nowhere. Not enough concrete evidence. She's just gone, vanished with everyone's money. Meet up with Feminon and we talk about taking legal action together. Consult with a lawyer who says without written agreements, we have no case. Another expensive lesson about getting things in writing. Decide to let it go for our own mental health. Holding on to anger about it is just letting her win twice. Focus on moving forward instead of dwelling on the past. Senior year comes around, I'm doing well, grades are good, got a girlfriend who actually respects me. Feminon is thriving too, her art is getting recognition, her relationship is solid, we still meet up once a week to catch up and study. Sometimes we joke about our Melissa era, as we call it, the time we were both idiots who got played by a master manipulator. Jake joins us sometimes, never lets us forget how stupid we were. Remember when you both had the combined intelligence of a potato, he'll say. We can laugh about it now even though it sucked at the time. Graduate college with Feminon in the audience cheering for me. I cheer for her at her graduation too. We stayed friends through everything, came out better on the other side. Sometimes the universe has to humble you to teach you what you need to know. For me, it was learning self-worth and recognizing manipulation. For Feminon, it was learning authenticity and honesty. For both of us, it was learning that cheap lessons don't stick, expensive ones do. Still wish I had that $600 back though. Could have bought so many pizzas with that money. Jake says the real treasure was the lessons we learned along the way. Throw a pillow at his head because that's the corniest thing I've ever heard. But also he's kind of right. My face when I realized the girl I was dating was literally using me as an ATM while shit-talking me to her friends. My face when I found out she specifically targeted me because I was vulnerable after rejection. My face when both me and my former crush got scammed by the same person who played us both. My face when I learned that desperation makes you blind to obvious red flags. That feeling when you lose $600 to someone who never cared about you at all. That feeling when you and your former crush bond over being victims of the same con artist. That feeling when you realize self-respect is worth more than any relationship. That feeling when you finally understand that the right person won't make you chase them or drain your bank account.